how can you defend a quick snapper? So if somebody is quick snapping you, how can you defend it?
The first thing I'd recommend is go straight stock cover 2-man, like 2 men under. Like that'd be the very first step. And the reason for it is like, if they're quick snapping you, they're looking for like usually to catch you off guard, and that'll be the best way to not get caught off guard. Like, because if you're playing a zone defense, you gotta do this, here. Like if you just go here, cover 2-man, like you're in a defense, like you shouldn't get burnt badly.
Right.
Like that's the idea behind the cover 2-man. Like, yes, there's gonna be guys open, but the likelihood of like them completing a 80-yard touchdown is very small. So my first recommendation would be to play cover 2-man. And that's my next point. You have a second point.
I have a question. Is there a way to get guys into zone coverage without clicking onto them? Can you I know quick adjustments. Is that something you recommend in quick snapping? Because then a big problem with quick snapping is you get stuck. You get stuck away from your user. You want to use that guy with Y above him at the start of the snap, but you don't want to have to click down there and then get stuck over there, right?
Right.
Do you recommend quick adjustments in that?
Absolutely. I think quick adjustments are probably one of the best features added to the game from a competitive lens in a very long time. Like in terms of like giving you more options to make better decisions. I think zones this year were really great, but a quick adjustment. So for example, I could be on my safety here with Barry, and then if I hit LB, LB, and then now you can see the icons from all my defensive linemen. So when you hit LB, LB, it brings up all of your defensive linemen to quickly make an adjustment to them. So I could be on my safety right here, hit LB, and then now have my icons for my linemen. So I want to put Dontario Poe on a quarterback spy, and then I hit the right trigger, and boom. I'll check on my mic.
I'm just making sure it sounds good. They're letting us know.
But then I hit LB, and you get the quarterback spy. The next thing off of that is you can do another layer of it. So you would go RB, and that's going to give you all your linebackers. So now I'm on my safety. You can see all my linebackers are highlighted. So I want to put Tamba Ali. I want to put him on a flat zone. All right, Tamba Ali on the flat zone now. And then the last thing you can do is you can do adjustments to the secondary. So if you hit Y, so when you hit Y, you get the same. Yeah, you're good. You get the same ability to make adjustments to those players. So the adjustments you can do to them are, you can blitz them, you can zone them.
But so you can do all those things, right? If they're quick snapping you want to stay on your user.
Yes.
And then
that's a good point.
How many adjustments should you try? Because you shouldn't over try, in my opinion. If somebody's continually quick snapping you should be like, I'm guaranteed to get 3. Don't be like, I have to get these 5 setups in for this play to be good, and then get stuck on 4.5. Sometimes you get 3, sometimes you get 4.5, sometimes you get 5, because then you're rushing.
Right.
So maybe like whittle back how many you're going for. Stay on your guy.
Whittle back is really good. What's my bare minimum?
Right. How many? That's because you're changing your whole defensive play call. You just said like if someone's continually doing it. But that's what I find is like if somebody's quick snapping me, I take it as a personal challenge to myself to be like, well, I got to be faster.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can't, and then when the ball snapped, you're like, oh.
Yeah. So actually, shout out to the live chat, JD1980. He makes up a really good point. I think a good way to start being prepared for not getting quick snap is it's something that is a small tip, but like I think you do it. Probably you don't even realize you do it. On the defense side of the ball, never pick your play before your opponent picks theirs, because then you get to get a little bit of intel to understand, well, what are they in? So say you're seeing a 3-by-1, 3 receivers, 1 tight end set all game, right? And all of a sudden out of nowhere, your opponent drops down and you see, what would you think here? You see 0 receivers, 3 tight ends, 2 halfbacks. What would you think?
Goal line or run the ball.
So then that gives you a little bit of intel that you can then change your defense, your play call, and you have a little bit more knowledge going into the play, so that you don't have to wait and then see the formation and go, oh man, he's in goal line, and then you have to change audible, go to this. So that's a little great nugget from JD1980 in the chat that is so super important.
Because it will slow down the pace of the game. Because when you get into a quick snap battle as well, I tend to speed up my behaviors. I'm like, I gotta pick a play, I gotta do this, I gotta get that, I gotta go here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only thing you need to be fast in during quick snap is the 7 seconds when they come out of the huddle to the snap of the ball.
Yep.
The play call, it's the same amount of time. Don't get like caught up in the pace, right? Man-to-man coverage.
Yep.
Stay on your user. Use quick adjustments. and
Don't pick your play before they-
and don't pick your play. Those tips should help you with a quick snap.
Do you know how many people I would say like? I would say that's probably one of the base level tips. If you are like a player that like feel like you can't get over the hump, or like, wow, why am I not getting better? I'm playing a lot. I would say check on that first. Like, are you something very small? Are you picking your play before your opponent picks their offensive play? You have to then take that information, put it to your advantage, because what the best players in the world do is they're able to diagnose plays, formations, execution, where your opponent wants to go with the ball very quickly. What you can't, when you are a lower level player, what you don't do at their level is that 7 seconds. There's so much more going on in their brain of information of how to adjust, what to do, how to make this play do this. When you're a lower level player, the same amount of information is not triggering, because you just haven't had the experience, you haven't had the reps yet, you haven't had it. Someone hasn't told you, don't pick your play first. So I think that could be. I really think that from a very base level is a great way to pick your game up to another spot.
Good tip right there. Good
Shout out to JD. Shout out to
tip.
JD, man.